Alright, this is going to be Lab 3, Automated File Recovery. And I'm just going to show you real quick what the lab is, then I'll show you the tools. Come on, open it up. I hate this tool. It's too slow. Okay. Basically the same thing. You go into a crime scene, someone's deleted all the files. But now, rather than just a hex editor, we're going to be using FTK, NCase, Foremost, and Scalpel. Foremost and Scalpel will literally take 30 seconds. It'll almost take a little bit longer, but considerably less time. Do it yourself. Use the same image that you used for Lab 2. So you don't have to download a new one. There's not one called Lab 3. It's Lab 2's image again. Okay? What I want from you guys is the report generated from the tool. Easy enough. Each tool will generate a report. I'll show it to you. And for NCase, save it as an RTF file. Everybody know what RTF is? Rich text format. It's kind of like Word. Close. But that's really the only option. I mean, you don't have a choice in it. Okay? For FTK 8.1, when I show you that, it's imperative you zip it correctly. So if you send me the index.html file, you're going to get a 0. Because there's nothing there. I'll show you that in a minute. And let me keep my color scheme and don't show. I say that every time. Don't show me again. You're going to see it every time. Okay. For the newer versions of FTK, save it as a PDF. Okay. For Foremost, it's going to give you an audit.txt file. That's fine. Add your name to it. You can rename it to Foremost audit.txt if you like. The same with Scalpel. Name it scalpel.audit.txt or something. Okay. Easy enough. Okay. And I also want a single document telling me which tool you like better. There's no correct answer there. Just tell me which tool you like better. I'd like just your input on it. Okay? Yeah, it's worth part of your grade. Okay. So let's go into Foremost. Okay. The videos from last year are up there already. Now, I gave you under the software needed folder up on, did anyone look? You see there's a whole bunch of new software up there? Under the software needed, I put all kinds of stuff. And the larger files, I actually linked to my Dropbox account. It should allow you to download them without having an account. It should. So either download them from Canvas or download them from my Dropbox account. But I put a whole bunch of stuff up there. Okay. First one we're going to talk about is Foremost. Foremost was actually made by the Air Force OSI. And here's the thing someone's going to do, and they're going to contact me at the end of the week and say, I've been working on this entire week and it hasn't worked. They're going to go over here, they're going to click on Foremost, and they're going to wait for an entire week. And you're going to say, I've been letting this thing run for an entire week and I couldn't do the project. It's because you can't run it this way. Must run it from the command prompt. Must run it from DOS. Okay, and if you don't know how to get to DOS, the easiest way, if you hit the Windows key and do R, Windows key R stands for run, type CMD. Stands for command prompt. Now we're at a DOS prompt. Or you can also click on Start, Programs, Accessories, something or other to find it. It's in there somewhere. Okay? But Windows R is the easiest way. Now, I saved my file already in a folder called C Foremost. Everybody see that? So now I'm actually going to change the font here so you can see what I'm doing.
Oh, you can do that?
Sure.
Oh, man.
Let's go to Lacidia Sands. We'll go with 20. That better? Mm-hmm. Or is it want bigger yet? Is that big enough? Okay, we're going to go down. Okay, so I'm going to change directory up to the root directory, CD Foremost. This is not a DOS class, but the first command said change directory to the root. Then change into Foremost. Okay, now I'm in the right directory to run the tool. Now, if I just type Foremost by itself, it's going to say, Okay. Now, I don't know if it created a folder. Yes, it did. Now, anytime you run Foremost, it's going to create this output folder, so I'm going to have to delete that. Because watch, if I do it again, it's going to do the same thing and create the output folder. Oh, hush. Come on. Fresh. Not that one. This one. Oh, well. Oh, it's because it's still open. Well, stop. Control C. Stop, you stupid thing. What the heck? Well, okay, it doesn't want to let me out. So we're going to go back in again. There we go. Windows Command. You can also change straight into it. Now, I think you can go / maybe. Maybe not. Seriously? What is up with this stupid thing? It's never locked up like this. It's alright, we'll get it. It's a dash H. No, dash small h. There it is. I knew one of those options would work. Dash small h is for help. Okay. Now, the easiest way, I mean, you can read all these instructions if you want. Easiest way to run it, just type the name and the image name. What's the image name? Lab2 image.001. Everybody see that?
It has to be in the folder.
Yes, you have to be. It has to be in the folder. I've already copied it in there.
Is there a dot?
Yes, there is. Yep, there's a little dot right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has to be in the folder. Now, if it's not in the folder, you can specify the directory structure. But it's easy to just copy it into the folder. Okay. So I copied my image into my foremost folder. Now, remember how long it took you to do this project? You seriously wear that to work every day?
Every day.
Oh,
In
jeez.
spite.
Okay, here we go. Ready, set, go. Done.
My anger is so
Okay,
great.
now let's see what it actually did. Under output, I have a PNG file. And if I was to open one of these, it doesn't open. Let's open another one. That one doesn't open. We're going to find one. Hold on. That one doesn't open. Oh, come on. One of these got to work.
Yay!
Oh, come on. Can I just go next file somehow?
Usually.
Yeah, you are. Just changing the name.
And this is why machines are terrible.
Wow, none of them are working.
Well, that's not fair. Well, we're going to do it anyway. Okay. We're going to go back to that in a second. But it gives you this file. This is what you can turn in, okay? Now, if you're going to open it, see how it looks like crap? You need to open it in something like TextPad or PSPad or something else. Because it's actually there, and it tells you everything about it. Oh, gosh. Okay? So you need to open in some sort of editor. And it'll show you all the settings. Now, I'm going to show you why it didn't do that correctly. Okay? So, and every time I run this, if I go to run this again, watch what happens. Can't. The directory is not empty. So what you got to do is you got to go in and delete the stupid output directory every time. All right. Now, there's a file right here called foremost.conf. Everybody see this? You need to edit that file. Inside here, you'll see stuff. Okay? This stuff should look familiar to you guys. 47, 49, 46, 38. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Or how about the beginning of a TIFF file, 49, 49, 2A00? So that's how it's doing it. Okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to unselect the GIFs and the JPEGs. Okay. Now I'm going to run this tool again and watch what happens. Okay. Okay, it's done. Took a little bit longer, not a lot, but a little bit longer. Now let's go into the GIFs. There you go. They look familiar? There's a terrain something or other. Hopefully these are familiar.
What?
Oh, did I use the wrong? Did I copy the wrong image in here?
Sync.
Oh, okay. I copied the sync image in here. I copied the sync image. I could have sworn I used the other one.
What? Is that sync in sign language, I guess?
Actually, I'm going to go in here real quick and which?
We totally don't need any new image.
So where did I put that stupid image at? That's why I did not do PNGs last semester. That's why I was bringing up invalid PNGs. But okay. And here's JPEGs. And none of them work. Come on. I know we have JPEGs in there. There's some JPEGs. Oh.
Nice.
It's cat in the sink.
Wait a second. That's not where you go.
Come on. Some of them are corrupt. Okay, so it does it pretty easily. So that's how we got those. And if you want to get other types, just go in here. Like if you want TIFFs, unhighlight, whatever. These are comment characters at the beginning, by the way. Uncomment out like TIFFs. And now we run it again. Now we're going to get the TIFFs. And it's done. Now if I go to output, TIFFs, there's the TIFFs. Okay. So a little bit quicker than you can do it by hand, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So you like that? So, kind of a very nice tool. Looking at this file, pretty much everything's in here. MPEG videos, AVIs, movie files, Word documents, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Okay? Only recover the file types that are on your image. Okay? There's no zip files. There's no RM files. Every semester, people turn in a report with RM files and zip files and all this other crap that's not on there. The reason is, a lot of them have similar beginnings. So, it'll tell you it's got like RM for real media files, it's going to tell you got 1,000 of them on there. I think.
We just want the same file extensions.
Exactly. Where's real media? Maybe it's, there's RA. Is it RA they always give me? Maybe it's RM. One of these types they always give me. Remember, there's no RM, there's no zip files. Maybe it's RA files. I'm just selecting a couple different types here. Okay, is that all of it? Alright, I'm going to save this. I'm going to run it again. Oh, I got to delete that file first. Every time you run it, you got to delete it, or else you have to specify a new output path. Okay? It's going to take a little bit longer because I gave it more file types this time.
Why is it telling us the file exists?
Because the first time, for each file type, it's running again. We're almost done with this. Then Roy can give me his key. Okay. So obviously it says we've got zip files, we have RPM files, and there's lots of them. There's none on there.
I'll let you presents on your desk. I'll leave it out.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'll teach you.
All right, bye. Okay. And we know there's no zip files, yet there's tons of zip files. If you try to open these, you get invalid. So what's happening is that file signature for RPM and Git, like zip, where's zip at? Is it down here somewhere? That, the header, PK0304, there's lots of them on there. So what it's saying is, hey, this is a possible one. That's one bad thing about this tool. It gives you lots of stuff it's not sure of. It's kind of one of those things, you know, when I ran my ISP, I did spam filtering, but for a couple customers, I couldn't do any spam filtering because they got email from China and from Amsterdam all the time. And that's where a lot of spam comes from. So they said we'd rather have to delete 500 pieces of spam than lose one good email. That's what the tool does. It gets every possible one that's even remotely good. And it's up to you to figure out which ones are right. Okay? Is everybody okay on how to do that? Pretty simple to do with Foremost. And you're going to take this audit file right here. You can rename it to Foremost Audit, whatever you want. That's fine. Put your name in it so I know whose it is. And I'm going to look at this. I'm going to say, oh, you recovered zip files. No, you didn't. There ain't none on there. So here's exactly what it recovered. 5 GIFs, 293 JPEGs, and so on and so forth. Okay. Simple tool. You like it? Okay. Now let me stop that recording. Stop.